Om Shanti. Today is Murli 26/6/21. Essence, sweet children. The Father's Srimad is turn your face away from this old world in order to attain liberation in life. Imbibe divine manners. Question: which manners can no one but the Father teach you? Answer: to become pure and make others pure. These are the greatest divine manners. While living at home with your families, remain pure. Only the one Father and no one else can give these teachings. You children have unlimited renunciation. You remove this old world from your intellects. You know that when you imbibe purity, all other manners will come automatically. Song. We people of today are in darkness. Om Shanti. You children heard a line of the song. On the one side, there is the whole world, those who are on the path of devotion, whereas on this side, there are you children on the path of knowledge. They continue to climb the ladder of devotion, and you children come down the ladder of devotion and climb up the ladder of knowledge. You children know that you have had to climb the ladder of devotion for half the cycle. Devotion too is at first unadulterated and then it becomes adulterated. People are completely caught up in blind faith. They don't understand anything at all. They sing, "We are in darkness. There is complete darkness without the Sadguru. There are many gurus here. Who is the true Guru?" Sages, holy men, great souls, and devotees make spiritual endeavor. That is, they remember God. They study the scriptures, the Vedas, and the Upanishads, etc. In spite of that, they have that only when God comes can He grant us salvation. Only the bestower of salvation can be called the purifier. You children are no longer in extreme darkness. You have come into the light of knowledge. You know the purifier Father and you remember Him. The more you children remember the Father and imbibe knowledge, the more the darkness of ignorance is removed from you. Only the one Father brings you into the light. The Sadguru gives the ointment of knowledge. This is not about physical eye makeup, but aspects of knowledge, and along with knowledge there is also yoga. And along with knowledge there is also yoga. There definitely is also yoga with the people who teach devotion. The intellect's yoga of you children is now connected to the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. It is number-wise among you. No human beings other than you children have yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the Almighty Authority. You have to have yoga with the Father and with the lands of liberation and liberation in life. Very good divine manners are required for liberation in life. At this time, everyone has devilish manners. The virtues of Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, are also remembered. He is the seed of the human birth tree. The truth, the sentient being, the ocean of bliss and the ocean of knowledge. He is forever the ocean of purity. His status is imperishable. No human beings can have this imperishable status. Although you are now becoming ocean of knowledge and ocean of purity, You become this in a limited way. The Father says, I am unlimited. I cannot make you unlimited. If I could, how could the play of the world continue? How could you experience 84 births? You cannot become anything forever. I make you this in a limited way. You become this for 21 births. 21 generations has also been mentioned. It is not a law in the drama for you to become this forever. I am ever pure. I reside in the supreme reason. I always have knowledge and purity. You forget this, and so the Father comes at this time, removes you children from extreme darkness and purifies you with knowledge and yoga. No one else can say, I have come from the supreme land. Now remember me. No one can copy these elevated versions of mine. I come just to make you children into kings of kings for 21 births. Therefore, you do have to become that. Do you not? Only those who became that in the previous cycle will become that. You know how many children become pure and how many become sinners like Ajamil? So many become dirty and impure. The Father has to come and wash the dirty, impure clothes. It is souls that become dirty. It has been explained to you souls. Maya has made you so dirty. It is not just a matter of this one birth, but a matter of birth after birth. I am now giving you laksh, aim, soap to wash the soul. Remember me, and with this yoga, your souls that have been entangled will be ignited. It depends on how much you remember me, your Father. Baba reminds you, I sent you to heaven, then Maya made you dirty. I have now come to make you into the masters of heaven once again. I am giving you teachings through the body of Brahma. Baba speaks to souls. O children, forget your physical fathers. Forget your bodies and all bodily relations. And remember me. Your Father and you souls will continue to be clean. You will then receive new bodies in the future. Even the elements, etc., will become new and Satopradhan. Baba says, now continue to forget this old world. Remember me and you will come to me and then go to heaven. This world is old. When someone makes something new, it is given a new name, just as they speak of New Delhi and Old Delhi. However, the world is still old. You children must now completely remove your faith that each of you is a soul. The Father says, remember me and your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. Human beings remember so many others. Some remember one guru or another, and others remember Krishna, etc. However, where did Krishna, etc. go? No one knows. They don't understand that everyone has to take rebirth. This system has continued from the beginning of the world. There are deities in the beginnings of the golden age, and rebirth must therefore have continued from that time. First of all, there is Sri Krishna, the first pure human being. He receives more praise than Lakshmi and Narayan, who are not praised as much because children are pure and Satopradhan. That is why children are praised. There is a lot of praise of Krishna, but they don't know where the land of Krishna is. They speak of Vaikuntha as as the golden age. So then, why do they say that he existed in the copper age? The same being cannot exist in another name, form, or length. The same name and form cannot exist in another birth. Krishna existed in the golden age. You know that Jagdamba and Jagatpita go and become Lakshmi and Narayan. The golden age is called the land of Krishna. It is now the land of Kans, the devil. All of those names are devilish. There it was the deity community, and here it is the devilish community. The father sits here at the confluence age and explains to you children. The father is the creator. He is called the seed of the human world tree. Therefore, he would surely created a new human world. You even sing, Baba, you are human world tree. Baba, you are the purifier. Come and purify this impure world. Create a pure world and have this impure world destroyed. He truly creates a pure world through Brahma and has the impure world destroyed through Shankar. No one else knows these things. You children now have yoga with the Father. You can see that Baba is beating the dirty clothes. Some tear apart and some break. Some are very unclean, great sinners like Ajamil, and they are unable to imbibe anything at all. The Father says such nice things. Sweetest beloved children, remember me, your most beloved Father. Remember the most beloved land of happiness. You only know this at this time. No one else in the world knows this. This is the land of extreme sorrow. People cry out in darkness and continue to kill one another, and then they say, God, protect me. These words definitely emerge from their lips. The Father is the liberator. You know that the Father has come to take you children in particular, and the world in general to the land of happiness. This intoxication is number-wise among you children. This study is no small thing. Look whom Baba is teaching. He is teaching souls as sinful as Azamil and make them into the masters of heaven. All are Tamu Pradhan. He has to take them to the Sato Pradhan world. You children have been told over the ever again. Imbibe divine virtues here. You have your aim and objectives in your intellect here. No one else can teach these manners of purity. Sannyasis make people leave their homes and families. Here the Father says, you don't have to leave your homes and families. You have to renounce this old world. That renunciation is limited, whereas leave your homes and families. You have to renounce this old world. The renunciation is limited, whereas the renunciation is unlimited. Those sannyasis receive so much respect. The committee of sages gives advice and idea to the government. As you mothers make further progress, even those sannyasis will fall at your feet. They cannot be uplifted without you mothers, because you give them knowledge. There is no question of falling at anyone's feet. Yes, if someone says Namaste or Ram Rama, you have to respond. Even Baba says, children, Namaste. I make you children even more elevated than myself. I make respond. Even Baba says, children, namaste. I make you into the masters of Brahman and also the world, and then go into retirement. However, you also have to follow Srimad and turn your faces away from this old world. There is a toy of Ravan and Sita. Sita turns her back on Ravan and turns her face towards Rama. There is also the picture of Krishna holding Sita, turns her back on Ravan and turns her face towards Rama. There is also the picture of Krishna holding the globe of heaven and kicking hell away. The Father explains to you very well. However, it is more businessmen who could do the business of giving his whole body, mind and wealth of the Father and claiming everything new in return. This is very good, first class insurance. The Father says, when your souls become pure, you will receive pure bodies, then you will rule in heaven. This is why he is called the businessman and the magician. It is God's magic of purity. It is God's magic of purify the impure. The Father says, change the residents of hell into the residents of heaven. This is such first class magic. There is a lot of attainment through this. The Father says, become the kings of master before become the kings of kings. Follow the Father. The Father is sitting here. This one is a half in bracket Adhar Kumar and Mama is a Kumari. Therefore you have to follow. You are to receive your inheritance from the Father. You brothers and sisters say that you are claiming your inheritance from the Father. Generally, in a worldly way, a sister doesn't receive an inheritance, but the brother does. Here, all of you are to receive it because all of you are souls. The Father says, all of you have to come to me. The relationship of brother and sister will then also be broken. There in the land of Nirvana, there is just the relationship of the Father and the children. This is why it is said, we are all brothers. If God were omnipresent, as they say, it would be a fatherhood. This notion is omnipresence has caused so much loss. You children now have remembrance of the Father. A land of effort is needed in remembering the Father. It isn't that you have to make to sit in a specially conducted meditation. You have been given an aim. Here you just sit and relate the Murli. You constantly have yoga. Having heard the Murli, you then have to stay in remembrance while walking and moving around. We are going on a pilgrimage. As much as possible, stay in remembrance. You have permission to do your work for 8 hours, but then make time for this. The main thing is purity. You know that this is a forest of thorns. They continue to pick one another. The Father says, no, now follow Srimad. Shri Baba is talking to you and Brahma is also talking to you. But you know that Shri Baba is teaching you and that you are a student. You say that he is your father, teacher and also your Sadguru. I guarantee that I will take you back with me. No one else can guarantee this. Only the Father says this. God the Father establishes the religion and gives happiness. No one knows that Father. If they were to know the Father, they would also know the Father's property. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. First, constantly keep your aim and objective in front of you and imbibe divine virtues. In order to go to the Sattva-pradhan world, adopt manners of purity. Your intellect must have unlimited renunciation. Second, remember your most beloved father and your land of happiness. Remove your intellect's yoga from this land of sorrow. Blessing. May you be a true yogi and cooperative soul who has yoga with the one father and thereby receives everyone's cooperation. Detail. To the extent that someone is yogi, he accordingly definitely receives everyone's cooperation. Because a yogi's connection, that is, his love, is with the seed as a return of love, he receives everyone's cooperation. Those who have yoga with the seed and water the seed with love attain the fruit of cooperation from all souls. Because of having yoga with the seed, they have a connection with the whole tree. Slogan. To say mine to old sanskar. Slogan. To say mine to old sanskars means to slacken your efforts. Om Shanti.